if you couldn't already tell, I'm in a hotel in LA at Anime Expo 2026. There are so many incredible games on display here. One in specific, though, Miresi, I have been looking at since last year when I got to preview it at the Tokyo Game Show 2025. Now I got to preview it in its new form last night for an extended period of time. This is one of the biggest Gooner DGen gacha games of the year. So naturally, I'm interested. I know all of you are interested. If you have not already, pre-registration is currently open and available. You can do so right now by clicking that sponsored link down in the description and the pinned comment. Do it. Do not disappoint me and do not disappoint your family by not pre-registering. What I'm going to do today, though, is walk all of you through my experience at Anime Expo, the different events that I got to participate in, how Gacha Smack, a good friend of mine, and I actually went into the special character booth. We got to interact with one of the waifus, and then we achieved her ultimate ability, which was quite the climactic event, if you know what I mean. Let's start this off with the booth. God damn, it was big. It was beautiful. There were incredible cosplayers. I got pictures with some. I got videos with some. Everything was beautifully designed, beautiful quality. We started off being introduced to this event where you had to go on this little moving treadmill, a little moving walkway, and you had to emulate the waifu on screen. Now, I don't do this very often. I mean, evidently, based off of the footage in the background, I don't do this very often. I tried doing a bit of a voluptuous walk. I channeled my inner Beyonce at one point, and you know, I didn't do very good. I'll admit, I don't have the sexiest walk. You know, it's not my fault. I was born an ugly dude, but you know, I tried. I gave it my best one too, and then I moved on. We then went back and we got to participate in the gameplay. Got like full hands-on for an entire like half hour. We got to witness a bunch of the story. The localization has improved a lot. We got to witness a lot of the characters, the interactions between the characters, and oh god, the main cast of characters. The nun. That's the waifu we actually took. Smack and I took back into the what would you even call that? The dark room. Oh man, you get to pick like one waifu out of the three at the beginning, and you went into this kind of like interactive mode where you would control them and you could actually engage and interact with other characters, other NPCs. The area you went into was like some big city. It was also beautifully designed. Everything was really high quality. The textures were great. The NPCs were really high quality as well. And then we unfortunately failed. I think we ran out of time at like the 5-minute timer. The reality distorted, and then we did some battles. Like we did a boss battle. We were introduced to the combat style, which is a kind of like a real-time tactical style. You essentially, it also has kind of like elements of turn-based. So essentially what it was you would choose the actions of your characters, and then through the real-time battle gauge, the enemies would then go and you could move your characters around. So the boss would use like an ability that was in a cone or in like a large rectangle. It was a telegraphed attack. And then you had the opportunity to move your characters if you wanted to, or use abilities to counter them or to attempt to prevent them from dealing damage. So there were real-time active elements present while also being a type of tactical and turn-based system. It's not like inherently just one or the other. It's a culmination of multiple different elements together to make a really intricately designed and also compelling and engaging combat system that really was a lot of fun. You can also like zoom in very, very close to the characters. Like it tells you while you're in there, like, yo, it tells you while you're in there, it's like, make sure you zoom in. Make sure you zoom in to your waifus. So you do. You zoom in and you're like, damn, okay. I broke up, I broke up multiple times while recording footage. I couldn't contain my laughter because you're just like, what the like repeatedly, just everywhere. You know what I mean? Goddamn. So the story was actually, it was very interesting to sit through. The gameplay was so much fun. The characters look insane, genuinely unbelievably good. Then after that, we got all that hands-on gameplay. Then after that, we actually went back and did another event, which was basically you had to like rock with the waifu. You know, there was like it was very interactive. You had to point when it said point, you had to like wave when it said wave, and you had to like fist bump when it said fist bump, and like punch it at the end. So again, like, dude, I worked up a sweat like I haven't worked up in a long time. Like I do like an 1.5 to 2 hour long workout lifting heavy weights, but like cardio, bro, that ain't my thing. I hate cardio. So I was there for like a minute just jumping and bouncing, and the cosplayer was just like, yeah, and I'm like, how are you doing this every minute? Yeah, so that was also a really fun event. And then we got taken back. Like we went through more of the booth, which again is very beautifully designed, and then essentially what happened was they asked Smack and I to go into a room together, a dark room together. You know, the lights lit up, and there was romantic music playing. It was just Smack and I. We looked into each other's eyes. My wife was there recording the whole thing, and we agreed what happens in the dark booth stays in the dark booth. No, so basically what happened was we got to interact with the waifu that was on the screen, and you could like pet her, and then like pet her, and then to trigger her ultimate ability, you had to you know, pet the kitty. You had to go down, keep petting all the way from, you know, like a head to toe massage kind of situation. So you know, that happened. We did it. We achieved success. And there was a big climactic event. Like there was a climax to this event where at the end she was just like, thank you, and the whole screen went white. Yeah, I can't. Oh my god, if you can't see, like, I'm getting a little flustered here. I'm all red because it was such an overwhelming experience. It was genuinely one of the most fun booths I had been at in years. No joke. Like, god damn, this was so much fun. All the events were really cool. The gameplay for this game is going to do incredibly, by the way. Just everything about it, the design, the story, and the gameplay just left me wanting so much more. I want to play this right now. I want to cover this right now. And I know you guys want to too. And again, like, beautiful transition segue here. You can do so right now, or prepare to, by clicking that sponsored link down below, the pre-registration link that allows for you to do so when the game becomes available to play. Ultimately, completely brutal on his thoughts, this game is fucking great, and you need to play it. You need to prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, because it's gonna drain you dry, drain your time dry.